They're jealous and envious of you, and yet they need you for everything. Jealous, envious people, people who usually don't respect your authority in the workplace, in the family, they don't respect your position, they don't respect how you move, they envy your life, they're jealous of your intellect. Those are often the people who seek you out the most. See, the traits that they're jealous of about you, those are the traits that they need from you, and they will take advantage of that if you let them. You see, I refuse, and you should refuse to allow jealous, envious, disrespectful people, because oftentimes when you have people who are jealous and envious of you, and yet they seek to use you, because that's what jealous people do when they still want to benefit from the things you offer while hating on it, they seek to use and manipulate you. Jealous, envious people who show their hateration, show their disrespect, and yet every time you turn around, they have their hand out for something. Those are people that you need to cut off. You often see this kind of dynamic in families. When you have a jealous cousin or auntie who always talks about you behind your back, they always take little pot shots and say little backhanded compliments, backhanded little comments about you or to you. And yet they're always asking you to do something. They always need something from you. It's like, as they say, that spirit of the taker. It's the one where, they monitor you from afar and then talk about you to other people. And yet in your face, they need you. They're asking you, can they borrow money? Can you watch my kids? Can you co-sign a loan? Can you do this? Can you do that? See, people who are users and people who are jealous of you, and yet they want to benefit from the things that you offer, those are people that you need to cut off, as they say, ASAP. Those kind of people, not only will they use you up, but they will distract you from focusing on your own life. See, their purpose and the spirit of the user, the manipulative, jealous hater, they want to take everything from you to the point that there's nothing left for yourself. And it's not just money that they desire to take from you oftentimes, because the spirit of the user, a jealous hater, envious person who might talk about the fact that, oh, well, you got so much money, you have this kind of job, oh, you think you're this, you think you're that. Those are the very people that are knocking at your door or texting your phone asking you for something. I can't stand when people display their jealousy, envy, their disdain for you. They critique and put down everything you do while still wanting something from you. See, jealous, envious people, they have a little bit of a confusion of the mind. They don't understand that in their jealousy and envy, in their hateration towards you, they are actually showing you how much they admire you, and they're showing how much they need you. And it's not that you're positioning yourself as somebody, but clearly people who are jealous and envious, they see you as somebody. How many times have you dealt with a jealous family member, maybe a jealous auntie, a jealous uncle, a jealous cousin, whomever, and yet they need your knowledge. They want to know if you know about certain topics. Do you know anything about business? I'm trying to file this report. I'm trying to do that. Oh, call so-and-so. I know she knows. See, they know that you're intelligent. They know that you have the things they need, and yet those very things they're jealous of. Those very things they want you to feel like you sold out over. Those very things they want you to believe that you forgot where you came from until they need the things that you have to offer. See, jealous, envious people, what they don't admire effort. As I have said in many other videos, a lot of times with jealous, envious people, it comes down to not only insecurity, but it comes down to laziness. A lot of jealous, envious people don't want to do the work required to level up or to better themselves or to work on their personal development. And it's not just money. It can be their intellect and the things that they know. They'd rather come to you and ask you about certain topics instead of educating themselves. And it's okay for somebody to reach out to you if you're offering help, but it's not okay for those people to hate on you and to talk about how much you're a know-it-all, how much you think you know everything, how much you use that degree against everybody, and yet they're coming to you for the knowledge that your degree got you. Do you understand? Jealous, envious people who are users and yet talk behind your back, they need to be cut off. Don't allow jealous, envious people to talk behind your back, play in your face, and then use you up. You have this with jealous men also. It's not just jealous women. You have jealous men, especially in toxic relationships, who will act like they don't need a woman in their life. They don't need anything from you, and yet they don't realize how much their life is impacted by you. Jealous men are the absolute worst to deal with, especially if you're in a relationship with that person. A jealous, envious man, they oftentimes will despise your intellect. They will despise your position at work. They will despise the fact that you are trying to level up in some way. And instead of seeing the impact that you make in their life, they will see it as a threat. And oftentimes, they will take little pot shots at you, find little ways to berate you, all while still taking advantage of the things you have to offer. See, jealous, envious men, they don't realize how much they depend on you for their very existence. Jealous, envious men, they like to position things in a way as if they're doing you a favor by allowing you to serve them in some way. See, jealous, envious men, they have that entitlement spirit oftentimes. And I'm going to sit on the jealous, envious men for a moment, because men, when it comes to jealousy and envy, they can be a lot more toxic than women, and they can be a lot more covert and subtle than women, especially when they're a user. I have seen so many YouTube videos, so many TikTok videos of men looking at women as if they are supposed to do the things that they're doing for them. And a lot of what women are doing is orchestrating a man's life. And a little sidebar, when you orchestrate a man's life and you do certain things for him without him asking you, and you take it upon yourself to kind of run the show, you are setting yourself up to be unappreciated. Ladies, you have to get in the habit of letting a man be a man. And if that requires that he has to fall or he has to feel the fire, let him do that. There's no quicker way to have a man show his lack of appreciation for you by trying to step in and be a mother to him. Let that man fall. Let whatever happens to him happen, because he's a grown man. But I digress. But jealous, envious men, they will need you for many things. They need you for electronic things, to send emails, to make appointments, things like that. And when they're jealous and envious, they will talk about the fact that, oh, you think you're so smart because of this. Oh, you think because you have a degree. And yet they will use those very qualities to somehow enhance their life. See, when a man drains your feminine energy, and that's literally what a jealous, envious man will do. They will drain your feminine energy while siphoning off your confidence. See, what I mean by that is that they're jealous and envious of you, and yet they still want what you have to offer, but they don't show you any admiration for it. When you have a man who feels like he's entitled to what you bring to him, your intellect, your beauty, the way you carry yourself, the way you run your household, the way you encourage him and amplify his life, and yet he takes little shots at the things you do, you need to back off. Let a man fall. I am a firm believer of letting a man feel the consequences of his actions. It only took one time for a man to say to me, I didn't ask you to do that. And when they say, I didn't ask you to do all of that, that is a person with the spirit of a taker. That is a user. That's a person who's jealous and envious, oftentimes trying to make you feel like you're doing too much by simply helping. You think you know too much by trying to help. When they take that kind of attitude, let them fall. But when it comes to jealous, envious people in general, especially jealous, envious women as well, and you see this with some kind of sordid, sick friendships where they feel like, oh, you're always trying to run my life. You're so intrusive. You're trying to do this. You're trying to tell me how to do that. And yet they seek you out for your opinion. That's when you have to learn how to be quiet and let them figure it out. See, when people are jealous of the fact that you know what you're talking about and they know that what you're saying makes sense, that will make them even more irritated with you. And that's not necessarily jealousy. That's just someone who doesn't value your opinion. Why keep offering your opinion to someone who doesn't value it anyway? What you will see happen is that once they fall, and they will come find you out and say, you were right. That's what's going to happen. A lot of people who are jealous and envious and users, they often realize that you added a lot more value to their life than what they realized. See, jealous, envious users, people who want to take advantage of your kindness, take advantage of your intellect, take advantage of the things you have to offer without giving you any kind of credit for it, those are the people who are going to see how much they are lacking once you're gone. Your absence sometimes is the best thing for jealous people. Sometimes you have to just go absent. You have to, go ghost, as they say, ghost people. Get to yourself and let them be. People who want to use you and take advantage of you and not give you any kind of respect, those are not the kind of people you need to deal with. The kind of people who look at your positive attributes as a negative. They see your intellect, your wisdom. They see the way you live, the way you move. They are jealous of that. And yet they want to be in your sphere of influence. They want to be in your circle. They want to be involved in the things that you're doing, all so they can put it down in some way while still benefiting. Those are not people you need to be around. So when it comes to jealous, envious users, you have to recognize when somebody is saying things to you, trying to make you feel bad about your life, and yet they're still asking you for things. If you have a jealous family member who always puts down your job or always say, little backhanded remarks about you, and they ask you for money or they ask you for favors, say no. Those people do not respect you and they do not appreciate the value you add to their lives. Unless you are on some kind of moral or spiritual, journey where you feel like, what, I'm just going to give to them regardless. I don't care. I'm just doing it out the goodness of my heart. You do that. We're supposed to help our enemy in a spiritual note. But under no circumstances do you have to continue to let people to take advantage of you if you see them blatantly disrespecting you and belittling you. It took me a while to get comfortable with telling other people no. Telling other people, no, that's all right. I'll pray for you. If you need something, I know a job that's hiring, but you won't get it from me. And it's not because I don't want to give it. It's simply because I can't allow anybody to use me as their punching bag. See, jealous, envious users, they want to use you as their punching bag. They want to use you as a well they can run dry. They want to use you as somebody they know they can run to because they believe that you're so naive, so gullible that you won't even see that they're playing in your face, that they're disrespecting you, that they backstab you, but yet they want everything you have to offer. Don't allow jealous, envious users to take advantage of your goodness and your kindness. You don't have to say yes to everybody who asks you of something, even family members. Family members, not all family, because some people have very beautiful families, but oftentimes family members are guilty of talking about, belittling, often behind the back or in your face, and still wanting what you have to offer. As you level up, as you mature, as you become more self-aware and self-confident as a woman, you become less apt to let people take advantage of you and use you and play you like a fool. So if they don't take you seriously, if they don't appreciate you, if they blatantly disrespect you in your face, stop helping them. Those people are jealous and envious, and yet they want what you have. Do not give it to them. All right? Like and subscribe to the channel and share this content. Hit the notification bell so that you're aware when I post a brand new video. If you watch this video until the very end, put the high heel emoji in the comment section. I absolutely love to see it. Take care.